Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm checking out Disney series that'll ruin your childhood. What? This is actually
Tangled is actually a villain. How could that be possible? So we all know at the end of Tangled, Rapunzel gets married to Flynn, and Flynn cuts off her hair, and it turns her hair brunette.
Oh yeah, then she lost all of her powers.
But after Tangled, we don't know what happens to her, but we can assume that she has kids. When you Google Rapunzel, it says that she ended up having 2 daughters, and the daughters' names were Anastasia and Drizella. Do you know who her daughters are?
Wait, the names kind of sound familiar.
So in Cinderella, the evil stepmom's daughters are Anastasia and Drizella.
No!
Yeah, so after Tangled, we can assume
These conspiracy theories will ruin your childhood. This first theory is about the movie Frozen, and how some people believe it was created as a cover-up for how Walt Disney was cryogenically frozen and plans to be brought back to life. Because now, if you search up the words Frozen and Disney, you'll only see results from the movie. But before the movie existed, you could find more information about how Walt Disney cryogenically froze himself. It's even rumored that Walt Disney's body is hidden somewhere in Disney World. But believe it or not, this next theory is even crazier. And it's how Tom and Jerry is actually World War II propaganda. So first of all, we have to point out that the nickname for British soldiers during World War II were Tommies, and the nickname for German soldiers were Jerrys. And in almost every episode of Tom and Jerry, Tom tries to unalive Jerry, but Jerry outsmarts him, which, going by the Tommies and Jerrys association, could be a message about German intelligence. But if you still don't believe me, Tom and Jerry came out in 1940, the same year as the Battle of Britain. Let me know if you believe these theories and follow for more.
crazy.
Movie theories that will ruin your childhood. Part 2. In The Emperor's New Groove, the character Kuzco goes on an adventure after being turned into a llama. Kuzco can still speak and can't understand other animals. The only time we see another animal talk in the movie is during a gag, when a fly is trapped in a spider web and screams, "Help me," before getting eaten by a spider. The fly may have been a human too. Next, when we think of characters in Shrek, the one character who comes off as an original character is Donkey. But there's a theory that Donkey may have come from Pinocchio, and could be based on one of the boys from Pleasure Island who gets turned into a donkey. This could be further proven in Shrek the Third, when Donkey talks about a time in high school when he would get wedgies and swirlies. And when Puss in Boots asks how that's possible, Donkey replies, "Some things are better left unsaid." Lastly, for the movie Cars, a lot of people question how organic cars populate the planet. So where did they come from? Well, we know evolution does exist in this universe, as we can see plant life and models of cars from different eras living at the time. So either they had the same history as humans, or humans created these cars and then they took over. Movie theories that will ruin your childhood.
Did you know that there's a sinister theory behind the Pixar movie Cars? Apparently, because there isn't any people in any of the films, there's a theory that was made that Cars is actually set in a post-apocalyptic era where humans have since died and cars have ruled the earth. There's also a theory suggesting that all the cars killed off all the people and their souls inhabited the cars, giving them their personalities. Did you know that there's a sinister theory behind the
Movie theories that will ruin your childhood.
Did you know that there's a sinister theory?
She knows. She knows. I hate this. It's his brother.
Looking for effort.
Disney.
Put this in reverse.
Okay. Let me just watch this then.
Mama.
I will protect
Oh,
you.
I really want to watch this. Wow.
I will protect all of you.
The internet seems to have a talent for sucking the innocence out of almost anything. The well-loved children's classics of Disney and subsidiary studio Pixar are no exception. From post-apocalyptic hellscapes to hidden references and real-world conspiracies, these theories offer terrifying alternative explanations to the meaning of Disney films.
Well, can you leave, please?
Number 10. Peter Pan. On the surface, Disney's Peter Pan appears to be a celebration of childhood. After all, Peter Pan lives happily in Neverland, a place where kids don't age. But the fact that Peter appears to be responsible for bringing more kids in from the outside world has led some fans to theorize that he is an angel who escorts dead children to heaven, or Neverland, where they remain the age at which they died forever. However, Wendy and her brothers are eventually returned home in the 1953 film, leading some to interpret their adventure as a near-death experience. There is a darker theory, however, which suggests Peter is a demonic entity who murders children and keeps their souls in his realm. Could it be that Captain Hook is the true hero and simply wants to put an end to all of Peter's evil doings? These theories don't seem so outrageous when you consider the early drafts of J.M. Barrie's original play, where Peter Pan was written as a villain who kidnapped kids right from their beds. Number 9. Frozen's Leatherface. Frozen is one of Disney's biggest hits of all time. The wintry hit features a lovable reindeer named Sven, sidekick of Kristoff, a mountaineer. The lighthearted flick took on a new meaning after Reddit user SuperCloud01 pointed out the eerie similarities between Sven's fur and the lining of Kristoff's jacket. According to the Redditor, it's quite possible that Kristoff's jacket is made from reindeer pelt, possibly even from Sven's mother. It sounds ridiculous at first, but look at it logically. Sven and Kristoff live in the icy wilderness where there are few useful resources. In a practical sense, any reindeer deemed unsuitable for practical roles by the local ice harvesters are very likely used for meat and pelts. Perhaps Sven's mother fell into the latter category. Some suggest that, being an orphan himself, Kristoff had a natural bond with the newly orphaned baby reindeer, which explains why they stick together. But some have gone farther. Proponents of the darkest theory suggest that Sven can still smell his mother on Kristoff's clothing, which is why he follows him around. Sven might not even realize his best friend is wearing his mother's skin, guided instead by an instinctive attraction to the comforting smell. Number 8. Hook, the Mermaid Killer. This theory seemingly bridges the gap between Peter Pan and another beloved Disney movie, The Little Mermaid. It's shown in Peter Pan that mermaids are present in Neverland, and they have an intense fear of pirates. In The Little Mermaid, it's revealed that Ariel's mother is dead, and The Little Mermaid Ariel's Beginnings reveals that Ariel's mom was actually killed by pirates. There is a mermaid in Neverland who looks similar to Ariel, sharing her red hair and shell bikini. With the mermaid's fear of pirates in Peter Pan and the murder of Ariel's mother, it's conceivable that Captain Hook and his crew were responsible. The mermaid in Peter Pan who resembles Ariel could be Ariel's mother herself, later murdered off-screen by Hook. This might explain why Neptune wants Ariel to stay away from humans so badly. He knows how dangerous they can be. Number 7. Disney-pocalypse. At first glance, the 1992 classic Aladdin appears to take place in an unspecified Middle Eastern province of the past, based on clothing and culture. But this upcoming theory suggests a more futuristic angle. Either someone slipped up in Disney's movie logic checking department, or Disney were telling a tale of a distant future. Why? It's all revealed in the genie's lines. For starters, Genie claims that an outfit looks too 3rd century.
That fez and vest combo is much too 3rd century.
And later says,
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
If we assume that the genie, at the earliest, was placed into the lamp for 10,000 years sometime in the 3rd century CE, a period he has clearly explained, these references would date the movie within the year 10,300 CE at the earliest. The numerous times Genie impersonates 20th century celebrities like Jack Nicholson may push this date back even further. While the clothing and culture of the film seem to suggest a past setting, let's not forget that fashion is cyclical. I hate to say it, but flares may come back. If the movie is in fact set in the future, this could also mean that the magic carpet isn't really magic at all, but one of civilization's prime pieces of technology. After all, according to Arthur C. Clarke, any piece of sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Some fans have even turned to the video game, which shows off 21st century road signs and what could possibly be leftover atomic bombs, suggesting that Aladdin's world is a post-apocalyptic wasteland. That's not to mention the sentient, talking parrot who theorists suggest is clearly the result of genetic engineering. This theory is viable, because after all, who knows what the Earth of the future will look like? Number 6. Frozen was a diversion. Disney's Frozen may have been created as a distraction. Let me explain.